साउंड इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी। कोई भी डेफिनेशन पूछे, ये डेफिनेशन है, ठीक है। साउंड इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, सिंपल, एनर्जी का टाइप है ये, ठीक है। बनती कैसे है ये? प्रोडक्शन। हाउ साउंड इज प्रोड्यूस्ड? साउंड इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय वाइब्रेटिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स। जब कोई चीज वाइब्रेट करेगी, अब ये वाइब्रेटिंग या वाइब्रेशन, ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है। वाइब्रेशन क्या होती है? व्हाट इज वाइब्रेशन?
जब वो ऐसे
हिलेगी, हिलेगी। साइंस में ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते, हिलना। वाइब्रेशन मीन्स टू एंड फ्रो मोशन। टू एंड फ्रो मोशन ऑफ एनी बॉडी इज कॉल्ड वाइब्रेशन। टू एंड फ्रो मोशन, जैसे ये पेंडुलम है, पेंडुलम, तो ये ऑसिलेट करेगा इस तरह, इधर जाएगा, फिर यहाँ से यहाँ जाएगा, फिर यहाँ आएगा, तो इसको कहते हैं हम टू
एंड फ्रो मोशन।
फिर यहाँ जाना फ्रो, फिर वापस, ये क्या कहलाती है? मीन पोजीशन। So to and fro motion and then coming back to the mean position, it is called one vibration। ठीक है। जब भी कोई बॉडी इस तरह हिलेगी, टू एंड फ्रो मोशन करेगी, तो साउंड प्रोड्यूस होगा। ठीक, इस वाइब्रेशन को दूसरा नाम है वाइब्रेशन का ऑसिलेशन। ऑसिलेशन, तो ऑसिलेशन का हो या वाइब्रेशन का हो, तो साउंड इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय वाइब्रेटिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स। ओके, सिंपल। सो साउंड प्रोपोगेशन, साउंड प्रोपोगेट कैसे करता है, चलता कैसे है? ठीक है, जैसे यहाँ कोई बॉडी है, वाइब्रेट कर रही है, टू एंड फ्रो मोशन कर रही है, इट इज वाइब्रेटिंग। सो व्हेन इट विल वाइब्रेट, इट विल प्रोड्यूस साउंड, ठीक है। और यहाँ से इस ऑब्जेक्ट से कोई एक आदमी है इतनी दूर, उसको ये आवाज सुनाई दे जाती है, ठीक है। ये कैसे होता है? इसको कहते हैं हम साउंड का इस पोजीशन से इस पोजीशन तक जाना, यहाँ से यहाँ जाना, ट्रेवल करना, ये प्रोपोगेशन कहलाता है, ठीक है। तो इन दोनों के बीच में क्या है? देयर इज एयर, एंड एयर हैज व्हाट? मॉलिक्यूल्स, एटम्स और मॉलिक्यूल्स। So this vibrating objects, when it vibrates, it produces sound. That sound is produced in the form of sound waves. Sound waves are produced. These sound waves strike the atoms of the air or the molecules of the air. When the sound wave strike the molecule of air, the molecule of air also start vibrating. So this will start vibrating. Okay. Then when it will start vibrating, the molecule present next to it, it will also start vibrating. So this molecule will transfer its energy to the next particle. So next particle will start vibrating. The first particle will stop. Then the second particle will start vibrating. This second particle will transfer its energy to the third particle. This third particle starts vibrating. The second particle stops. So this is how the energy is transferred to the next atom, and this sound reaches the person. Okay. Now in solid, the atoms are very closely packed.
Yes.
Okay, so they are very closely packed. So speed of sound is maximum in solid because they are very close to each other. They transfer the energy very fast, very fast. The transfer of energy takes place at a very fast rate. So speed of sound is maximum in solid. The person will hear the sound very fast in solid. Okay, it is around 5000 meter per second. Around 5000 meter per second in solid speed of sound. Whereas in liquid atoms are loosely packed. there is gap. So suppose this is the bell producing the sound. The waves strike this atom. This atom will transfer its energy to the next atom. This will take some time because there is a small gap in between the atoms. Okay, then this atom will transfer to the next particle. It will also take some time because of this gap. So in liquids the speed of sound decreases. Okay, it is around 1500 in liquids. Okay, now gas or air. Air has particles which are very far apart. Okay, this is the bell. It transfers the energy to the particle. This particle will transfer its energy to this particle after a very long time. It will take some time, even more time than the liquid, because the gap is very large. So speed of sound in air is very less, very less. It is around 343 meters per second. Okay, so minimum is in air, then liquid, and then solid. Maximum is in solid. Okay, sound waves or waves. Now waves are of two types. One is called transverse and longitudinal. Transverse and longitudinal waves. Transverse waves, what happens in transverse wave? Now let me tell you what is a wave first. A simple wave. I told you that this is a pendulum. It is vibrating to and fro. So we can make a wave from this diagram. How? This line, it is the mean position, center position, mean. Okay, now it is going to. So suppose the pendulum is here in the mean position. It is going to here. Okay, it goes from here to here. This is the extreme position, extreme position. So the pendulum is going to the extreme position, 2. Then it comes back to the mean position. It comes back to the mean position again, to the center line. Then it goes fro. It goes fro. And then it comes back to the mean position. Okay, so this is called, this is one vibration, right? 2, fro, and then comes back to the mean. This is one vibration. So this is a wave. Now again next vibration start. 2, mean, fro, mean. This is next vibration. So this is how a wave we can make a wave. Okay. So there are two types of waves. Transverse and longitudinal. For simplicity, we can take angles. In transverse wave, there is no angle, 0 degree. And in longitudinal wave, there is a 90 degree angle. Okay. So here, what is the definition of transverse wave? The particles oscillate parallel to the direction of wave propagation. This is the main definition. The particles oscillate parallel to the direction of wave propagation. Which particles? The medium particles. Particles of the medium. Medium is air, water or air, water or solid. Okay. बैठ जाओ यार, तुम्हें दिख रहा है क्लास ले रहा हूँ मैं, हो गया करते रहता हूँ. So medium can be air, water, air, liquid or solid. Now medium particles oscillate. They oscillate to and fro motion parallel to the direction of wave propagation. Parallel, like this. There is no angle because these are parallel. There is no angle between them, 0 degree. So that is why I have written 0 degree. So in this wave, the simple wave is this, which I draw. This is a transverse wave. Okay. The particles of the medium, they are vibrating parallel to the wave propagation. Wave propagation means the direction of wave. The wave is going in this direction. This is called wave propagation, and particles oscillate parallel. Okay, parallel to the wave propagation. This is a transverse wave. Now in longitudinal wave, the 90-degree angle is formed. Medium particles oscillate not parallel, perpendicular. 90-degree means perpendicular. Perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation. The direction in which wave is going. The particles of the medium oscillate perpendicular. Like this. Now, example of transverse wave is sound wave. Okay, sound wave. I draw the sound wave like this only. This is a transverse wave. Example of longitudinal wave is light. Light is a longitudinal wave. How? Because light has two components: the electric field and magnetic field. Electric field, magnetic field. Here you can see I have drawn two components. Here only one is there. Here I have drawn two. Now these two are perpendicular to the wave propagation, and they are perpendicular to themselves also. Like this. Suppose these three fingers, they are perpendicular to each other. You can see this finger is perpendicular to this. This finger is perpendicular to this, and this. These are also perpendicular. Okay. So here, like this, you can say that light. You can denote a light wave like this. It has an electric component. It has a magnetic component, and this is the direction of wave propagation. Okay. These are perpendicular to themselves. These two are also perpendicular. You can see. If I rotate it like this, these are also perpendicular. Electric and magnetic field perpendicular, and they are also perpendicular to wave propagation. Okay, this is called longitudinal wave. Light wave is a longitudinal wave because it contains two components: electric field and magnetic field. Sound wave is a transverse wave. The particles oscillate parallel to the wave propagation. There is 0-degree angle. No angle is there. Okay. Now, the first term is wavelength. Okay, this is the wave, sound wave. Now, this is the mean position. This is extreme position. This is also extreme position. This is true. This is true. This is true. This is extreme. This is also extreme. This is mean. Now wavelength is, now this topmost position is called crest, and the lowermost position is called trough. Topmost position is called crest, lowermost is called trough. So again, this is crest, this is trough. Okay. Now distance between two crests, or distance between two troughs, they are equal. You can see they are equal. Now this distance, this is called wavelength, lambda. Okay, distance between two trough or distance between two crests. And what is the definition of trough or crest? Crest is the topmost point of this. This is called compression. Crest is the topmost point of compression. Trough is the lowermost point of rarefaction. Lowermost point of rarefaction. Okay. So this is the definition of wavelength. Now wavelength is a type of length, so it is written in meter or centimeter. मीटर और सेंटीमीटर. ओके. Second is frequency. Frequency definition is number of oscillations per second. Number of oscillations per second. Okay, how much time the particle is vibrating in 1 second. Okay, suppose this is the wave. Okay, here I have said that this is this time is 5 seconds. This time is 5 seconds. Again, this time is 5 seconds. Okay, I have given 5 seconds. ठीक. So frequency is number of oscillations per second. एक सेकेंड में कितनी बार ऑसिलेट कर रहे हैं. एक ऑसिलेशन कैसी होती है? यहाँ से यहाँ तक, यहीं से शुरू हो यहीं पर खत्म हो. तो एक ऑसिलेशन यहाँ से यहाँ तक होगी, एक ऑसिलेशन होगी. हमें एक सेकंड में कितने आ रहे हैं ऐसे? एक सेकंड में, ये तो 5 सेकंड है. 5 सेकंड में कितना आ रहे हैं? एक. ठीक है, एक सेकंड में कितना आएंगे? 5 सेकंड में 1 ऑसिलेशन आ रही है. एक सेकंड में 1/5 यानी 0.2. ठीक है, 0.2 ये फ्रीक्वेंसी है. ठीक है, और सिंपल करें अगर समझने के लिए. सपोज दिस इज द वेव. Okay, suppose this is the time 1 second. Okay, now how many oscillations, number of oscillations per second in 1 second, how many oscillations are there? This is called frequency. Now in 1 second how many oscillations are coming? 1 2 3. So frequency is 3. Okay, so according to diagram also you can tell what is the frequency, but just count the number of waves in 1 second. Time is 1 second, count the number of waves. Okay, number of oscillations. This is called frequency. Frequency has the unit hertz. Okay, third is time period. Time period is written as capital T, and since it is time, so it is written in seconds. Okay, now time period definition is time for one oscillation. एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे अगर देखें डेफिनेशन को, फ्रीक्वेंसी की डेफिनेशन थी नंबर ऑफ ऑसिलेशन एक सेकंड में कितना वाइब्रेट कर रहा है. और टाइम पीरियड को देखें तो ये इसका उल्टा है. यहाँ एक सेकंड में कितनी वाइब्रेशन, और यहाँ लिखा हुआ है एक वाइब्रेशन कितने टाइम में, यानी कितने सेकंड में. उल्टा एक दूसरे में. ठीक है, तो एक ऑसिलेशन पूरी करने में कितना टाइम लग रहा है देखना है. जैसे ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो होती है एक ऑसिलेशन, यहाँ से यहाँ तक, इसमें कितना टाइम लग रहा है? 1 सेकंड, 2 सेकंड, 3 सेकंड, कितना टाइम, वो टाइम पीरियड कहलाता है. ठीक है, तो ये एक दूसरे के उल्टे हैं. क्योंकि एक दूसरे के उल्टे हैं इसलिए इसको हम इस तरह लिख सकते हैं, म्यू इक्वल 1/t. म्यू और टी फ्रीक्वेंसी और टी टाइम पीरियड उल्टे हैं एक दूसरे के, इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. म्यू दिया हो टाइम पीरियड निकाल सकते हैं, या टाइम पीरियड दिया हो म्यू निकाल सकते हैं इस फॉर्मूले. ठीक, क्लियर.